Tiny House Prepper.
Hi everybody, this is Elizabeth with Tiny House Prepper. I was just looking through some clips of some things that I had been kind of gathering over time to try to do a follow-up on the video that I did about 2-hour health and how things are going. People have been asking me some questions about, well, what have I been doing to lose weight? And just lots of questions about things. And so I had wanted to do a follow-up video, and I've been finding some clips that I had done that I had not really had a chance to put together yet, and then I ended up in the hospital and in rehab. And it was very interesting for me to look back at these, and I wanted to share them with you. I'm going to show you just a couple of pictures that we took so you can kind of see why I needed to get a new swimsuit. And we're thinking I maybe even need to get another one while they're still available in season, so that next January, when we get a chance to go to Panama, I'll have one that won't be too big on me, and it'll be fitting. But I'll show you that. And I found a clip where I was making a smoothie, showing it to you, and then I just talked a little bit about what had been happening and what I was really hoping to do. And I found that when I saw that and watched that again today, it was good for me to see it and to hear it. At the end of this clip, I was excited because I'd gotten up to 56 lengths at the pool, and I was saying, I'll let you guys know when I get to 60. Well, the day before, the day that I did end up in the hospital that night, I had done 72. And so I had been able to make more progress even since I did the video that I'm going to show you. People say, well, did you overdo? Oh my goodness, did you do too much? Well, no. Whatever is going on with my head would be blood clots, not bleeds. It's not a high blood pressure thing at all. And I think that from everything doctors have been telling me and kind of from my own common sense, it's probably a really good thing that I had been getting stronger, that I had been taking some weight off, and you know, at the time that I had the small stroke again, I think it was getting pretty close to 60 pounds off, and they'd gotten a lot stronger and could swim that far. That has really helped a lot in my recovery. People also ask if, you know, using things like the freeze-dried foods somehow has made me sick. Well, no, it's just basic food, and I am eating a lot more fruits and veggies, and that's also actually been good for me in the long run. I wondered, was I getting too much vitamin K from eating all the greens? Because that's a clotting factor issue, and no, I've checked with all sorts of experts, and nope, I'm doing fine eating my spinach and my kale and everything. So, you know, I think that all the steps that I've been trying to take actually didn't lead me toward having a problem. It's probably helped when the problem came along. And once again, I'm extremely grateful that if it was going to be necessary for me to try to help that man get out of that deep water, that I could do it when I was still as strong as I was, and that's excellent. So I want to share this with you, and I'll be back in just a little bit, but I want to just show you these few clips, and like I said, it was kind of good for me to hear it again too. I just got back from the pool. Felt so good today. I'm enjoying it. I wanted to show you just the smoothie that I'm making now. I'm trying to do one of these a day for health purposes, and also I'm hungry now that I finished the swim. So I'm going to start out. This time I'm using spinach. Going to put in, I think today I'm not making a real big one, about three-quarters of a cup. You know, there's just few things in life that are better than strawberries or even blueberries with chocolate. Berries are just so good for you. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. About a tablespoonful. Just gives it really a nice flavor. And also, cocoa has got good antioxidants and stuff in it. I vary these shakes, the smoothies, a lot. Real good source of some great omegas, especially omega-3s. They're supposed to be very, very good for your heart and all sorts of things. And I'm actually going to put in a scoop of, this is just basic, plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. It's a good source of protein. Also, I want those wonderful, you know, healthy bacteria. And this is a very good source of that. Kind of probiotics There's just all sorts of good things in this. This has the Acidophilus, Bifidus, Bulgaris, Thermophilus. Anyway, those are very, very good for you. I'll put that back in the fridge in just a second. Now I know I have some yogurt in here, but I am going to be making this with basic milk. So 3 tablespoons gives me a cup of milk. There we go. Absolutely love this spoon. You can use it for tea. I think it's a cupcake. You can use it for tea bags, but it's also exactly 1 tablespoon. I use it every day. Thanks, sis. My sister got that for me. In a really great little shop up in Maine. 2 tablespoons of the egg powder, the scrambled egg mix, equals 1 egg. Gives me a little bit more protein. I am definitely noticing that when I go swimming that I have to have eaten well in order to have the strength to really do a lot. And it's worth it. Over to my NutriBullet. Also says Magic Bullet on it. Oh, I didn't add any extra sugar. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. You can taste a little bit of the chocolate, you can taste the berries. Of course, it's got spinach in it. So, lots of very healthy things. I'm trying to give myself like 1 of these a day, and it seems to be really helping. I thought we could visit just for a minute while I'm drinking my smoothie that I just made with you guys. This is really very good. It's a good pick-me-up. I've kind of made a decision, like I shared before, that I'm going to just try to implement some positive changes, like eating meals through the day, not eating after dinner in the evening. If I'm up really late, because sometimes it's really hard for me to sleep, I may get something just kind of small, the little yogurts that just have a little bit of fruit and they're sweetened with stevia. I love those, the 000 or whatever they call them. Gives a little bit of pick-me-up, but generally not eat in the evening, and then try to really incorporate 1 healthy smoothie at least once a day. And then when I can, get out and swim or get on the bike. So those are some changes I'm trying to really work my way into just having be part of my life. I was doing some thinking while I was swimming today, and I wanted to share with you just for a minute. It was wonderful today because it was another one of those times when I was the only one in the pool for almost the entire time. Wow, do I not take that for granted. It feels so amazing to me and luxurious. I kind of like I have my own big pool. Of course, it won't be that way forever, and it certainly isn't going to be that way in the summertime when the kids are out of school. But I was thinking about how that in order to be able to bring about changes, in order to feel stronger and healthier, we have to find something that we enjoy doing that we can just start doing. Even if it's just a little baby step to start with. When Bill and I first started on the bike, now this was before the stroke, which has kind of changed things for me, but when Bill and I first started on the bike, we got a chance to try a tandem mountain bike. Now Bill isn't like he was avid cyclist. I mean, go out and ride 100 miles without batting an eye. I had not been on a bike in years and years. And so the first time that we went down and we found this tandem bike, which means I could keep up with him, and he can't ever get away from me. But anyway, we don't want to spend the whole time riding with him waiting for me and me feeling stressed about keeping up. That just wasn't going to work. So we tried it. We took it out from the little shop where we were looking at it and rode it around for a few blocks. I shook so hard. My handlebars were attached to his seat. I shook so bad that I shoved his seat sideways. I actually just pulled it sideways, and he's like, whoa, whoa, because his seat was like moving. When we got back to the shop, the man saw that I was just, pouring sweat and kind of a little trembly, and he told us later, because we became friends, that he was just afraid I was going to kill myself on that bicycle. So, I said, you know what, I got to be willing to at least try. So, and I weighed at that point, to give you an idea, probably 20 pounds more than I do right now. So this has been some years back now. well before the stroke and everything. So we got home. Now the first time we took it out, and we live where there's kind of some hills and things, but the first time we took it out, I went about a mile. I had to rest twice, and it was hard. But we thought, well, let's just try going out again. And I had a really good built-in coach because Bill really knew what he was doing. He knew when to make me rest. He knew when to push a little bit, and he also knew how important it was that I make sure I eat and drink plenty. So I got to where I could do 2 miles with one rest stop. And then I did 2 miles and didn't need a rest stop. And then we just kind of kept going. We started in April, and we just, whenever we had an opportunity, both of us were working, but whenever we had an opportunity, we would get out there on the bike. And I had to learn how to deal with hills and all sorts of stuff like that. And I just pedaled when he pedaled and stopped when he stopped. And like I said, he wasn't hauling me around, believe me. So that would not be possible, no matter how strong he is. Anyway, in April, I did a mile and rested twice. 4 months later, we did our first 50-mile day together. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And even on that ride, when we were like only 10 miles from the end of our ride, all of a sudden, oh, I knew I was going to die. I was like, my bones were gone. I knew I was having a heart attack. I should have checked better with the doctor. I was too old for this. I was too fat for this. What am I doing? I can hardly think straight. I felt horrible. Bill said, honey, you just need food. You're bonking. And I'm like, no, you got to understand. This is like a heart attack or something. I'm really in bad shape. And he's like, honey, it's okay. And we stopped the bike, and he kind of poured me over to like a little convenience store. And I got some food and something to drink. I thought I had eaten enough, but apparently not. Anyway, as soon as I had something to eat, oh my goodness, I sure felt better. And it was like the last 10 miles were like, oh, okay, I can do this. And so I loved the riding. The next year, we did a 420-mile trip in about 10 days. I loved it. And so then after the stroke, my life changed for quite a while. But I said all that to say that so many things start out with just little baby steps. Thinking, okay, I could only walk to the end of my block and back. So I'll do that a few times. And then maybe I can do a block and a half and come back. And in the pool, now like I said, I am an avid swimmer, I got to admit. Just like Bill's really incredible with the bike. I love swimming. I think pretty much I'm undrownable. And I don't want to say that taking it for granted, but even if I'm skinny, I float like a cork. And I love the water. But, you know, I've been really out of shape, trying to get back into shape again. So when I started at the pool, I was really grateful to do, I remember the first time I was excited because I had done 4 laps. No, yeah, 4 laps. So that'd be like 8 of the littler lengths of the sides. And I felt really good doing that. And I've got to be a little careful what strokes I use, because I can't just do a usual crawl anymore, because if I spin my head back and forth like you normally do, I'll get so, it messes with the stroke stuff. And I end up, you know, when I try to get out, I'll be falling down. So I do side strokes, elementary backstroke, a kind of a modified doggy paddle front stroke, but I'm moving through the water. I've been working on this now for a little while, trying to ease it a little more and more. I'm now doing the biggest diagonal that I can find in that pool. And learning that I've got to eat well before I go. I've got to have a good meal in me. But today I did 56 lengths. I am trying to see if I can work back up. I've got to find out exactly how long that is, but I'd like to get up to at least a half a mile. And we'll see where that goes from there. From right here, then I try to get over to that corner, and that's one length. I just wanted to show you my swimming suit. I actually wore this in Aruba. It has faded just from being used in the pool a lot. Anyway, it's a real swimming suit material, but I think I'm kind of to the point where maybe I might need to go with one a little bit smaller. No matter what it is that you maybe would want to do, if you need to just feel like you need to get out there and kind of change your life, don't think in terms of the negatives of what you shouldn't do and can't do. Find something that you can feel good about accomplishing a little bit more, and a little bit more, whether that's getting through an exercise tape with Richard Simmons, or going out for a walk, or finding a place to swim, or maybe trying a bicycle. But don't push yourself too hard at first. Just do what you can, especially at my age, and for a lot of people that maybe are listening. You don't hurt yourself. Muscles maybe can get sore, that's fine, but you don't want to go to the point of pain. You need to just keep moving as you build strength. So I just wanted to kind of share about that a little bit today, as I need to drink my smoothie. And I'll be just sharing a few other things with you. But thank you for your encouragement. Please realize, no matter how you're trying to improve your life, you're not going to do it perfect according to everybody. I've had to learn to not freak out if maybe I should have done something more perfect. Everybody's going to feel like there's some different way something should be done, and they're really trying to help. But my goodness, if we're doing anything and we're doing it in steps and we're not giving up, it'll work. And so we want to avoid big mistakes, but I tell you what, there's lots of different ways to get there. So I love you guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. And I will be seeing you soon, and try to just show you some of the smoothies I'm doing, and just kind of letting you know maybe when I get to 60 links in my pool. Anyway, all right, bless you guys. So I have to admit that I really want to remember those things that I said back then. I've said that before, that it's been a little bit frustrating because I feel like I kind of climbed up a mountain and then kind of got knocked off again. But you know what? I'm just not going to give up, and I'll get back there again. I want to remember that you just find something that you love and you just keep trying and you don't give up. Right toward the end of this, we're going to show a couple things about what's been happening with my progress now, and some of the things that I feel like I'm getting better with all the time. I'm back now, of course, from our trip to the Adirondacks, and I felt like overall that went really, really well. There's things that I think are working very well for me, like my staff and stuff like that. We'll show you a little bit about that. I just got my hair trimmed and cut, and my hair is thicker now than it used to be. Even my hair cutting lady said definitely, and I think that's because I'm getting more micronutrients, I'm getting more nutrition. My nails are growing faster. That's got to be a good sign. I just had an evaluation with PT, with physical therapy, and let's see, the incident happened where I ended up in the hospital on the 22nd or 23rd of May, so we're looking at like 6 weeks ago, Bill, something like that. You know, handsome standing right there. But anyway, that's like 6 weeks ago. And but I just had an evaluation at my physical therapy, and they checked everything. And my strength on my left side now is basically great. It's doing fine. My left eyelid's doing fine. I'm wondering, you know, I've always had issues with balance since I had the stroke back in 2012. And I'm wondering if this was just kind of a real stress on my brain, and it's taking a while for it to really recover. So my old problems with balance have been really kind of brought back again, stronger than they were. But I'm not going to give up on it, and I will keep trying. And I really believe that the strength is going to come back. So as I can, I'm going to swim, and we've actually been on the bike. We'll show you our first little ride since I got out of the hospital. And so I'm encouraged that I'm just going to be able to keep going. And I need to listen to my encouragement myself, you know, and just realize that I can get back up that mountain again. And I will. This is me just standing with my eyes open, which I can do for a little while, but not for very long. Bill's right here. You lose proprioception when you close your eyes, and I'm going to close my eyes and I'll show you. Okay, here we go. Bill's right here. Oh. Concentrating so hard. Okay, all right. Now this is with the cane that I got when I had the stroke. This has been sized professionally to make sure it fits me right. I'm just gonna put the cane there. Now I'll close my eyes again. Oh, now come on.
Still doesn't work, even with the cane.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. This is the staff that was recommended. I'm going to set it right there and just get a comfortable grip on it. Set it right in front of me. And just close my eyes. That's amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Rock solid.
That is just amazing. I can feel it a little, but it's like I can adjust and handle it before it gets out of control. That's just amazing.
Of course, she's still, you know,
I'm weak. Yeah.
she's still improving and all that, but this shows that the problem is not in her muscles, not in weakness in her legs or anything. The problem is in her balance in her head.
It's all in my head.
Yep.
Yeah, that is very interesting. Okay. Have to, I don't know, polish this little baby up and make it look pretty. Really getting some tomatoes. It's hot today. I figured they could probably really use a drink under all the mulch. Yum.
So we are about to try the first bike ride for Elizabeth since her little stroke episode a couple months ago. You ready for this?
Yeah, it's been about a month.
About a month?
Yeah, it's been just about a month.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to give it a try.
We're not going far, just it's almost dark. We only got 15 minutes of daylight left, so we're just going up to the road and back. We're going to see how it goes. How you doing?
So far, I feel pretty good. I'm hanging in there pretty well. Cool. We just did a slow turnaround. It was good.
Go far, maybe a half mile, just up the road and back, up to the corner and back. How'd you do, baby?
I did pretty good.
Yeah?
I did pretty good. I'm feeling it a little bit now, but I'm okay, and I did pretty well.
Okay.
My legs did fine, by the way. They felt okay.
How's your balance doing?
I'm okay just sitting here on the bike. We'll see how I'm doing standing
Okay.
up.
One small step at a time.
That's right. This was great. It's my first time since I got out of the hospital.
Yep.
So just wanted to share this with you. I think that was everything that I had kind of wanted to talk about. And I'm hoping I'll go swimming tonight. And I'll show you a little clip of that. And, you know, no matter what happens, God's faithful. And it's not so much that we get knocked down. It's that we get up. And we all know that. But it's not always easy doing it. But, all right, listen. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I just wanted to share some of this stuff with you. And I guess that's going to be it for now. So love you guys. Thank you again and again for your amazing, encouraging comments and just sharing your lives. And so people have asked, you know, what's happening with weight and everything. And like I said, I'm just trying to eat good, steady meals, not real big meals. trying to do the smoothie. Right now, trying to be as active as I can. My weight loss I've not gained back. I leveled off since I've been in the hospital because I don't think my activity level has just been so curtailed. I just can't be as active. But as I can get more active, I think it's going to start dropping back off again. But I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just worried about getting as healthy and strong as I can. So, alrighty, I'm going to go. And I will see you guys soon. Love you. Bye-bye.